This is the sound of the siren.
This shit got me fucked up. You know what? We're 20-something and we stay at home every fucking weekend. Because we have to heal ourselves. We have to recover from all the bullshit going on outside. And I'm tired. I don't even want to go out no more. For what? Them bitches staring at you, motherfuckers touching me, giving me disease. My body was sick for a whole year. And it's them. They make me sick. People are hell. Oh, no, and don't say it. No, not everyone is like that. Fuck that. What about the rest of them acting all conscious and shit, but still fuck you up? These are the ones creating some drama just to feel something, but in the next moment they call everyone toxic. Huh? I'm no poison, what the fuck? I can't go there anymore listening to some rich ass kid thinking they got the most stressful life. What do they know? All they care about is attention, I swear. I'm so sick of that bullshit. You know what? I'm sorry, but sometimes the only thing that keeps me going is the thought of hurting them.
And if I create an environment where I don't mind getting down on my knees, where I don't mind opening up my mouth, then that same glory will fill my house. That same glory will fill my bathroom. And suddenly I won't be the only one anymore. Suddenly it won't just be me. You gotta withstand this period of being the only
one who really scares me in this situation isn't the siren, to be honest. It's the sailor. I mean, come on. You have to tie yourself to a mess because you're aware of the fact that you have absolutely no self-control.
And you made me lose my self-control, my self-control.
Hey beauties, hey babes, welcome back to my channel. Today we want to talk about sirens, we want to talk about mermaids, and we want to talk about getting what you want.
Listen, once my skin clears up and I lose 20 pounds, shave my legs, and learn how to properly do my eyebrows, and get a whole new wardrobe, comb my hair, and become mentally stable, it's going to be over for all of you bitches.
The trend of 𝓀𝓃𝑜𝓌𝓈 has been recently circulating the internet, and I know there have been many TikToks about the phenomenon of women and queer people channeling their inner siren. So-called siren maxing includes a bunch of hacks that promise to seduce a man's soul and get everything you want. For example, the so-called siren eyes that you achieve by slightly raising your eyebrows, narrowing your eyes, then opening your mouth to mimic the face you make right before orgasm. The trend is part of witch talk, and it's helping users to channel their inner Lilith. You know, that nasty girl of Adam who was banished from paradise for having a will by her own. And now there are women making a living explaining other women on how to become a soul-eating mermaid. For example, the account Secrets of a Siren, which has almost 200k followers. In one of her videos she explains, there are also countless tutorials for siren eye makeup that show users how to achieve the hypnotizing look of a siren, which includes using some dark eyeshadows and the A1 eyeliner. The darkness of the look, however, reflects the general mood of our society and the desire to take back the power. In our generation, we face a lot of fear and loss of control, so sometimes these forms of escapism help us to dream of a better world. And in a time of incel and pickup culture, it's also very seductive to think that through our beauty choices we could tempt and destroy our enemies, and that we're able to protect ourselves with the help of our female power against climate change or the patriarchy or other potential dangers. And of course, the trend also gets represented on the runway. So for example, from the brand Blue Marine in the Spring-Summer collection of 2023. Another reason for the renaissance of the mermaid is the announcement of the Disney movie The Little Mermaid, which came with a big controversy because Disney decided to give the role of the Little Mermaid to the beautiful, the one and only Miss Halle Bailey. And ever since Disney released the first look of its remake, the internet has been silent with wave after wave of racist critics complaining that Ariel, the, by the way, completely fictional underwater fishwoman, shouldn't be black.
Well, there are many people who haven't seen themselves on screen. You're going to get angry. You're going to get angry because now somebody who's in a wheelchair is playing this role. You're going to get angry because somebody who's black is now playing that role. The original is still there. There are many parts that are still out there. It's not like there is nothing left. It's not like there's one movie in the world and there's one story and this is the only way you can tell it. There are many. Calm down. Or at the very least, we should get them to meet with Ursula and then she'd take their voices away. Just be like...
But what is the actual historical background of this trend?
History!
In early Greek mythology, the sirens were half woman, half bird creatures and are often confused with mermaids. This misconception has led to the word siren being used instead of mermaid. And that's why today there is no distinction between mermaid and siren core. It's all the same. They're sisters. But historically, mermaids are morally ambiguous creatures, while sirens were said to be always malicious and dangerous, attracting sailors with their captivating voices towards the rocky coast of their island. In Homer's epic poem, The Odyssey, the hero of the story ties himself to the mast to hear the song of the sirens without destroying his ship. And the earliest mermaid-like figure was likely the ancient siren goddess Atargatis, who watched over the fertility of her people, as well as their general well-being. She, too, was human above the waist and fish below it, and was accordingly associated with water. So we see the story of the siren is always the story of a hybrid. And so it makes a lot of sense that there are many people who can identify with her because there are so many people with hybrid identities. Most interpretations of the siren says that she represents the female power through manipulation and seduction, but also that her deepest desire and the meaning of her life is to be loved by men. Like most female or foreign beings, they were written one-dimensionally and through the male gaze.
That's suspicious.
But it's also written that she's not made of Adam's flesh, and certainly not made of his rib. So why should we trust him?
And you don't have to live like this. You don't have to live like shit.